Make sure everything's good. Woo. Oh shit, you with this old bullshit ass?
I can move that chair right here, bro.
Nah, you good, bro. You perfect. Alright. We're gonna set this right here.
Right here where I'm at. Not those.
Too much, bro.
Not those. Fuck around the fort on me, so that hoe right there by me too. Fuck up and shit. Just to be an ass. I'm like, damn, nigga fought on now? Y'all need to be fought on. Was it that girl? Was it that girl?
And that ain't never happened on the 26th of the ever.
Right? Shit just happened to my nigga.
Yeah,
I ain't never heard no shit like that, my nigga.
Alright, bro. We are live, guys.
What episode? 27.
27. Yeah.
Alright.
We're moving on up.
Welcome to the Garage Talk Podcast, episode 27. It's your boy VA, the nigga with the white wife.
And it's your boy Black Curse, the niggerized American, also known as the Black Contradiction. And we have a special guest today, D.
D.
Good.
What's good, D?
Hello.
Sorry, I'll take a break and do a basketball roll.
Yeah. I got it. No, we keep recording. I'll get out there in a second.
Oh, okay. I wanted to start off with
Man, hold on. Look, he's ready to go. He's ready. Hold on. Before we get started with that, how's everybody doing?
I'm straight.
You straight?
I'm
good?
No, you know my thing is
I'm alright, you know what I mean?
You zooted on that drink. You ready? You good?
Oh, man.
You
How
sure?
are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to roll this blunt, and I gotta go let the gold down, so I'll be doing better once I get back in here.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Curse, you wanna?
Yeah, I wanted to start out by saying, you know what I'm saying, my AKAs is the niggerized American. And I wanted to talk about why I call myself the niggerized American.
The what?
The niggerized American.
Niggerized.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
The niggerized American.
Okay.
I believe that black people in America are created by white people. The term nigger comes from white people. So I believe all black people in America are nigger or niggerized.
Okay.
I'm
gonna step out camera. Y'all be right back. Y'all keep going.
So that's why I call myself the niggerized American. I believe that we were created by white people. Everything we do, everything to try to get a job or move up or do anything in our life, we always have to go through white people. So that's why I call myself the niggerized American. And I come from a very black family. My mother, my father is black. My whole entire family is black. So I'm niggerized, you know what I'm saying? And then the black contradiction, I feel like blacks in America, it's no way in hell you can't be a contradiction. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because W.E.B. Du Bois, he had this term called double consciousness, where African Americans, genuinely, they want to move up, they want to progress, they want to be better people in the world. However, the influence of white people and them controlling and dominating everything in the world, we kind of see things in their way. You know what I mean? And it creates this double consciousness where genuinely you want black people to do better, but you're taking on the idea of a white person. So you have these two complicated, entities fighting within your own body. And that's why I call myself the black contradiction, because I believe that all African Americans, all black people in America are fighting hand in hand, with these two ideologies.
How does that show up for you?
How does that show up?
Specifically, like how does that fight show up for you?
For me, it show up for me and I feel like in this podcast, right? It shows up because I feel like you can listen to me and be like, oh man, I give you, this is a perfect example. Genuinely, I believe that blacks should support black businesses, right? Mm-hmm. I really do.
Only?
Huh?
Only?
Yeah, only. You know what I'm saying? I see it in the sense of like, genuinely I believe that because, African Americans economically in America are not as progressive or dominant as white people in America as far as business go. And to combat that, you have to create black businesses and you have to support them, right? However, I think the reality of it is you're going to become a contradiction because, man, I would love to support black businesses, but when I need some deodorant, it's fucking Walmart up the street.
That's weird.
So I'm gonna go to fucking Walmart and I'll be like, damn, you know, I really do want black businesses to thrive. I really want to support you. You may be a black businesses selling deodorant, but hell, you not in my way. You're not, you know, if I had to order it online, that's gonna take me a couple days, and I can just go to Walmart right here. And white people own that, and it makes me look like a contradiction. You know what I mean? But
because you're conveniently living your life.
Yeah, I'm conveniently living my life. So I believe that in America, you know, black people, you have no other choice but to be a contradiction due to what it is. You know what I'm saying? You could believe in whatever you believe in, but it's like you're gonna be a contradiction.
I think everybody gonna be a contradiction.
Yeah.
Everybody. Either way, you're a big everybody. A
I
contradiction,
mean,
bro.
I think, but this is the thing too.
But I like the way you put it, in the way like I just walked in, you explaining that shit.
But like even like I was telling my partner the other day, because I addressed this. I was like, before I came to the podcast, I was like, I want to address this on the podcast and tell you why I think this. And I was like, man, you know, even like for instance, white people, I feel like due to them being white, they don't have no type of moral compass. Like I feel like you can be a white politician and do a whole lot of bullshit and you're not under the radar. If you're a black politician, you're always under the scope. So whatever you do, if you fucking out with women, you doing drugs.
Nigga, if you're a black person, you always under the scope, period.
You always under scope. So you can't do that. But white people have that leeway to do that. You know what I mean? And I feel like
so pretty much you're just addressing white privilege.
yeah,
That's really what that sounds like.
it's for
That's all
real.
it is.
It really is.
Okay.
And I don't mind niggas having privilege.
Yeah.
Use your white privilege. Cause I got male privilege, I got black privilege, I got privileges, you know what I'm saying? You just got more privileges than me because you white. But I got privileges that I can use when I need to use them. And I don't mind people using their fucking privilege. Use your privilege, bro. Use it.
I think the problem is when the privilege is used to the
In the wrong,
detriment of
there you go.
somebody else.
There you go.
Exactly.
Fine.
Class
Okay,
and
there you go.
group, yeah.
When you do it like that, I agree with that shit. But like, I'm just saying, if you got privilege, you use it to like, to better yourself or whatever, fine, bro. Like, do your shit, bro.
I mean, like I was saying I said on my podcast, I was talking about blacks pulling black people over, right? I mean, cops pulling black people over. I was like, hell, if you ever pull a white person over and you smell fucking weed in the car and you let them go, do the same thing with black people. You know what I mean?
But there are those who have done the same with black people.
We would never know.
Shit,
Right,
yes, we would, because I've been that person. I've been the person downtown with me and Josh. And a cop pulled me, Josh, and we's over for no reason. Nigga, we had a quarter of QP in the car, a half a bottle of liquor, and I just bust down weed to roll a blunt. Niggas pulled us over. Stuffed the weed under the seat. The cop, he got us out the car and he's searching us, but the lady cop, she go in there, she flash under the seat, she see the weed. And you know what she come tell me? The only reason I didn't say nothing to my partner about that is because we pulled y'all over for no reason. Yeah, so she saw, she could have gave us a choice.
But what was even more cold about that? She went against the code.
Exactly. And some black
was
dude.
honest.
It's
Yeah,
honest.
Right.
So I can't say like
that's dope.
all cops are this way or all, because I've been in some situations where, nigga, I could have been in jail or let
ask
me
you a
ride, bro.
question.
Go ahead.
Can you say majority?
No, I can't. But
He has not been pulled over.
But I'm
by
saying
majority
you
of
just
cops.
said, but you just made it seem like, well, you like if a cop, you made it seem like there's no situation that happened. I'm just giving you an example
Okay.
where it has happened, like where, and that could have been bad. Like
I mean, I hear you.
I've been pulled over out here while I've been blowing and they let me
I
ride.
totally hear you, right? I totally, and there are exceptions to the rule, right? But then when you have these case studies, like when you had the Mike Brown situation, right? I'm from St. Louis. It was I was listening to NPR, and they did a study on the amount of white people that was pulled over and the amount of black people that was pulled over, right? Black people in St. Louis, like, it was a crazy rate of black cops just pulling black people over for no reason, just pulling them over. You know what I mean? And if you just pull anybody over, it's possibly they may have drugs, they may have this going on, this, that, third. So a lot of black people were going to jail, and the DOJ, the Department of Justice, they had to crack down on some of those cities, those small little cities around the St. Louis County area, because they was being unjust to a lot of black people as opposed to their
I'm
white
not saying,
people.
but I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying when you say all of that, I can't. I'm not rocking with all in
Yeah.
because I've been in situations where
I mean, I can't say.
I could attest to that. Where
I
nah,
can't
that
say
hasn't
all,
happened.
but I do
There
say
you go.
majority.
There you
I do
go,
say
bro.
majority.
I think, bro.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, white cops do it and they get the most, but I think them niggas a gang. Like she said, she went against the code. That cop went against the code, regardless, and that'll get her thrown out the force. Going against the code,
even if it don't get
yeah,
her,
like
get her treated some type of way.
yeah, even a black
But
cop.
that's in the same, like in a real gang. That's in a family. If you go against,
Yeah, like
you get looked side of.
and that's what I tell people all the time. Be like, bro, the police is just a gang. Because I was like, honestly, bro, me, my niggas out doing something, and one of my partners do something. You think I'm finna go snitch and go against my partner?
Yeah.
Nah, we'll handle that afterwards.
Correct.
What do we got the action or whatever? We'll handle that afterwards, and that's what they do. You can say that, yeah, the black cop's supposed to do something. Like, nah, nigga, he know what's gonna happen if he go against that, bro.
I mean, but at the end of the day, he might have a big family. He want to go home. He want to keep his benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They have real lives too. That's not justifying any type of.
It's not. There you go. It's not justifying it, but
it's just bringing.
There you
light
go.
to, these are real human people.
Exactly. Like, nah, bro. Like,
So you used the analogy of gangs, right? Do you think people being in the gangs they're practicing a lot of irrational behaviors? Like, for instance, like what you said with like black cops supporting that code of being a cop, right? I believe that's a very irrational behavior.
what's irrational behavior?
Irrational behavior where it's not logical. It's not understandable.
What
What I'm saying, what is
not
not logical? That's what I'm saying. What do you mean?
What is the behavior that
You talking about? Yeah.
The behavior is that you're in a police force and there's a code and you see something that is injustice being done to someone that look like you, right? To me that's irrational behavior.
Hold on. So you don't ever see nothing that's being done to somebody that's irrational and you don't do anything? Is that irrational behavior from you?
I don't know.
But this
Yes,
is,
it is. If you put it like that, yes, it is.
I don't know if I've
You ain't never saw no cops doing nothing to no black, harassing no black dude, and you stepped in or said some shit like, "Oh, I'm gonna step in." No, nigga, you ain't finna step in and say nothing. Why not?
I have before.
But has it been times that you haven't?
I haven't.
Man, come on, E.
I give you an example. I had a situation where something was going on with my cousin.
I remember you doing. Your mama told you to tell that.
And I said that.
No doubt. No.
Now, if I see a cop pulling someone over,
But that's family. I'm just saying, like, if you see, you ain't never rolled by no, like, you know what I'm saying?
and then some cop just beating up on
Not even. I don't even think you'll stop then. Honestly, I don't think you'll stop.
you
I don't. 'Cause
but realistically,
yeah, like, come on, bro.
when most people stop, what they do is record. What are you gonna do?
When you stop, like, hey man, I mean, no.
Have you thought about that? And this is not like a judgment
No,
thing. I'm just
not at all.
curious. Like, the only thing I've ever done is pulled over too. Just to be a witness to whatever this is. In case
That's
of-
it, bro.
I'm not getting out because I don't know
What's
type of
really
situation.
going on, bro? But I'm gonna
and
stay
that was
there.
the point I was going to make to you. I really don't know.
But I do want to be here in case it
Something
goes
go
left.
crazy.
Right, and you'll have a person to say,
Exactly.
well, okay, I seen this. This is what I was
Yeah.
able to witness or whatever the case.
Well,
I'm just saying, I don't want you to say like that's irrational behavior. If you
I-
can't,
I
if that's
tru-
not irrational
to
behavior
me,
for
it's
you,
irrational to get out and jump in.
Right.
That is irrational.
that's
Right.
crazy to
When
me.
you don't know.
When you
Right.
don't know
What
what
the
the fuck
circumstances
is
are.
going
and that
on.
was the point I was going to make.
Okay,
Like,
got
that's
it.
not
My
an
bad.
irrational behavior. Like, that's an irrational behavior if you're a cop and you a person of the law, right?
And you see something
and you see
unjust.
something that's just unjust and not lawfully right.
But yes, it is. But it goes and decision goes into that. Like she said, benefits, family, all this shit. I want to get home. All this shit goes into play.
Again,
all of it,
doesn't
bro.
Make it right or wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But all that shit goes into play. Like you ain't just gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna jump. Some niggas will jump into the water and be like,
Right.
fuck it. But most niggas not, bro, because they thinking like, bro, I gotta get my kid
I
through
told
college.
you-
My kid go
I
to a
mean,
nice school.
It's
Like,
unfortunate. I mean,
you know what I'm
My
saying?
wife like nice things.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I have this shit happen, like, bro,
I totally
like,
get y'all, right? It's unfortunate that I put cops to a higher standard.
no,
It's
they
not
need to be.
unfortunate.
They need
It's
to
not
be. They
unfortunate.
need to
It's
be.
just you have an opinion and a perspective he does and I do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's all.
Yeah.
And the thing is like to see where those align and where they don't align, we just have a discussion about it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Because then there might be a different perspective shown to you that you can say, oh, I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah,
I always love. I tell you, I love those moments. When somebody
Yeah,
tell
I
you
have
something-
those too.
Somebody tell me, I be like,
ooh.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. It make me feel like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it make me feel like I'm not the only person thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the only person thinking.
True.
There are other people, contrary to what is projected, what is put out, other people that
facts.
look like me,
Uh-huh.
that really think their way through things and process their way through things.
That's
and
facts.
aim for the best outcome.
There you
Some
go.
of us live young, wild, and free. That's true. Some, but that's in any
Right.
ethnic
Any group.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. True.
I just think that I work with a lot of law enforcement,
Right.
so I have to be very clear on where I align myself.
Uh-huh.
The fact is this: I do know that.
Tell the people what you do.
I'm a social worker. I've been a social worker for 15 years.
Oh, that's good.
Out here saving lives, goddamn me.
Yeah, at least that's how I feel.
I
That's
feel
what
the same way.
I feel the same way too.
Yeah, because kids are like for real deal getting damaged by their people, their parents, their grandparents, their aunts and uncles, their siblings. And the type of child abuse that I deal with specifically is sex, physical, and child fatality. So like when kids are killed, when they're raped, when they're beaten, burned, all that type of stuff. So at the end of the day,
Oh.
the officers that I work with, they are just, most of them, if not all of them, are just as dedicated to resolving those situations as quickly as we get in. Like once we find out about that, that's tough. It's tough to sit in a room and hear somebody, a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 16-year-old,
Right.
you know, giving you details about what their father did or what their uncle did or what their grandpa did
Right.
to them in a sexual manner. That's sick.
Yeah.
It feels. But you have to rationalize appropriately. You know, my emotion can't take over
Woo!
the situation.
Yeah.
That shit hard, ain't it?
Yeah, it is hard.
Oh my
Because
God.
then you can't, and if you consider this, your reaction is going to directly impact the child too. Right? So if this kid is telling me this and I'm like, oh my God, they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying that.
Right.
You know, and then their story is quieted because I was not emotionally responsible
Yeah.
with my actions or with my words, or even with my facial expressions. I try very hard not to, you know what I'm saying, even with adults. If
So
you're
you-
talking to me, I just try to keep my face as
That's
straight
what I'm saying.
as possible.
It's a straight face
Yes,
most of the time.
yes,
Like or
yes,
just
you have to. And because
That shit hard,
even with
bro.
parents, if
That shit
I
hard.
strongly believe that they did something and I still have to address them, it's not for me to present as if I'm judging. You'd be surprised what people want to tell you. Some people will flat out tell you the truth. Yeah, I did it because of X, Y, and Z. I was stressed out, got fired from work, we was all in the house. And if I come across as a judging person from the very beginning, they're not gonna even like stick their head through that crack. They're not.
Right.
So I
Wow.
want to leave the door open. Okay,
Right.
tell me what happened. I hate so and so and so and so. That's what they tell me, the place I work. I hate that place. I hate it. And I say all the time, it's unfortunate that you hate that place. I am Deidre. I am not that place. I'm representing that place in this capacity, but give me a chance.
exactly.
Give
That
me a
shit
chance.
real.
Right.
That shit
And
real.
most of the time, it's very disarming to say that to somebody. They be like, oh. All right, so what you want then? Okay,
Let's
let's do
conversate.
that. You picking up what I'm putting down now. Let's go from there. Yeah, let's converse. Even if I know they're guilty, I still gotta be.
So is it hard to like? I'm trying to say, turn that off when work is over. Do you still think about that shit after work, knowing you got
Absolutely.
kids and shit like
Absolutely, it makes me hypersensitive
Gotcha.
when it comes to things specifically with my own.
Gotcha.
I don't, you know, I one of my pet peeves is when parents, I hear kids, maybe they're like 2, 3, even 6 and 7. Oh, my cookie hurt. And I'm like, a cookie is an inanimate object. Why the fuck would it be hurting? What are you talking about? And I have told my friends before, challenge your kids. Don't let them name their body things that it's not.
Right.
Say that is a vagina, that is a penis, these are breasts. Your kid needs to know what those things are, because if there is ever a time when you need to come to me and tell me something, I don't need to be trying to guess about what you're talking about. No, he touched my penis. That's what I need to hear, because now it's go time.
Right.
I don't want to be called my banana. No. Tell me what happened specifically. So I encourage all parents, teach your kids the correct words for anatomy. You don't have to teach them the D word or the P word, which as a 37-year-old, I don't even say those words.
Right.
However, you should teach them. Shut up. You should
know-
teach them vagina, penis, all of those things. They need to know their body parts, because that's how they learn how to be responsible with said body parts.
Right. That's true, cause but like something that as a kid, I was super, like I was telling you before, I never really dealt with any traumatic experience. So say my mom, cause my mom used to work. She would work from like 2 to 11:30 or whatever. She would come pick us up from where we stayed at. 11:30, 12 o'clock, midnight. We get in the car. Me and my sister. My mom always say, should ask us this. So while you was over there, did somebody touch you? Did somebody touch your private parts? Were you harmed in any kind of way? And it's literally like 12, 1 o'clock at night. You really don't want to hear this crap, like, you know, and nothing happened. You know what I mean?
But she don't know that.
Exactly, but
That's called screening. That's very appropriate.
I have to say, as a kid, you were
Very appropriate because I trust you. I have known you for 20 years. If my kids spent the night over here, and this is not to be offensive to you or my boo, I'm definitely running it down.
Erica do that shit
How's
too.
it going? What happened? You know, now depending on who is around, that's gonna who you were with is gonna gauge how hard I'm finna go with you.
I'm not disagreeing with the approach at all. I'm not, because I'm just, I guess I'm just, like when he say like his mom will ask that shit, my mama wouldn't have never asked that shit.
My mom didn't either, and guess what happened?
It happened to you.
Yes, and then this is the part that made me angry about that. The person who did whatever they did, they would use conversation like, this is okay, I love you, this doesn't hurt you. Now, there's no opposing conversation to that. To say, if people love you, that's something they should not do.
right.
Exactly.
Right? That's something that they should not do. They should not touch. They should not do all of these things. There was no opposing conversation, so I wish my mom would have asked those questions. Because it would have prompted me to think differently, because this is an adult, a full-grown adult giving me information, and as a child, I'm like, well, they can't be wrong.
Because even my mom used to always
Wrong
say,
people tell you the truth.
if somebody touched you and they told you that they was going to hurt me or do something, my mom would say this. They said they'll hurt me, they'll hurt you or something like that. Don't believe it. Tell me if somebody ever touched you or did anything to you.
But see, that generally comes from a person who went through something.
Possibly.
That perspective is embedded in somebody because something happened to them and there was nobody asking them those questions or saying those things.
Right.
Because an average person, they'll say, oh, those are no parts, or those are private parts, and and they don't really like harp on it. For your mama to ask you regularly, no matter the time, like, hey, is your body safe?
Yeah.
That'd be my
That's
thing.
crazy.
Was your body safe while you were there? Your whole body. Your body is yours.
It wasn't no, and like I said on this podcast, and my mom got mad when I told her this. I was like, it was a crackhead you used to watch us.
Yeah.
And when this crackhead used to watch us, nothing happened. Like literally nothing physically, nothing. I never saw nothing crazy.
Yeah, you need to thank your lucky stars. Amen.
Yeah, for real.
Because trusted people out here violate.
I tell my daughter all the time, if nigga ever touch you, you let me know. I will be going to jail for it. That's a consequence I will take. Like,
let me warn
I want you to know that shit, bro.
Listen.
I'll be thinking parents don't be wanting to do shit.
How
like,
much does your daughter love you?
Oh.
Beyond. So if you say, I'm going to jail or somebody, that'll make her be like, maybe I better not say that. Because I want my daddy around. So even be careful with that. A lot of kids will say, I didn't say anything because of that. Because
that's real.
I didn't want it to happen to my
That's
dad.
one of them. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Aha moments. Huh.
For real.
And maybe don't put the back in. You just gotta tell her your daddy's gonna protect you. So anything that ever happens to you that it violates your body, your heart, your mind, just let me know.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Right, so that I can help you. And that's what I tell my kids. I need to be able to help you.
Gotcha.
And how I'm gonna help you might get me in trouble. But I'm not gonna tell them that because I don't want there to ever be any hesitancy for you to roll up on me and say, Auntie, guess what? This is what happened. I know you told me so-and-so, and this is what he just did or just said. Okay, thank you for telling me. Now it had to be addressed.
I think my parents were too lax. Even like Reggie parents, Sam parents, all niggas I grew up with, like, they all thought we can handle ourselves.
Nah.
Like, so we gon' they ain't in the back like they can handle. They good.
Like, I couldn't
they
go-
be all right.
But
though.
stuff be happening in
No
your
doubt,
house, too.
no
Like,
doubt,
I
no
would
doubt.
say-
You know what I'm saying? No doubt. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't, like, for instance, if I ever wanted to go to a friend's house, right? Or, like, friends in my I had a lot of friends in my neighborhood. And they'd be like, hey, you want to come through? They'd be like, we finna go play the game. My mom wasn't at home because she was at work. And I had to call her or disturb her, so I go home. But when she would come home the next day, I say, hey, Mom, I want to go to such and such house, Cedric house, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? She'd be like, all right, that's cool. Set up for me to meet their parents on the weekend.
Correct. Before you go.
Before you go.
Yes,
You
correct.
couldn't, I could not go to nobody, me or my sister could not go to nobody's house before my mom met the parents.
After whatever happened to me happened, it didn't matter if she met. My mama was like, no, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's the y'all.
Crazy,
Any
man.
friends you have, they can come here.
Yeah.
Your cousins, they can come here.
Yeah.
And you're not going. Y'all are not. And eventually, she eased up that chokehold
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it could have done one of two things to me. Being abused in that way, and of course, it's just to clarify, we're talking about sexual abuse.
Right.
Being abused in that way can make you be one of two things. It can make you be really internal. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to deal with anybody. Or it can make you wild the fuck out.
Right.
And start going after everybody because what it teaches you is a feeling.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I was taught, a feeling. It was. I don't even remember what the person looked like. I know who he was.
Right.
But I remember the feeling
Yeah.
that I got from it. And it will make you seek, if we're being honest, it will make you seek that feeling out through a lot of like self-masturbation, stimulation. You seek that feeling. It's the feeling that somebody, it's like, I would liken it to like taking a hit of drugs, right? If you hit crack, like you know what that feeling is, right? None of us are crackheads, FYI. We never tried that. But if you hit it, it's my understanding. Be quiet.
Come on, don't be ignorant right now, man.
If you hit it, it's my understanding that you always you're chasing that feeling. It's the same thing as your first orgasm. You know what that's like now,
so you
but
chasing it.
understand a 9-year-old having an orgasm. You don't know how to communicate what that is. You just know it's a feeling that you would like to feel again because it felt good. It was bad that it happened. It was bad that the person did it, but the thing felt good. Wow. That is so hard to be honest about.
Deep,
That's so
boy.
You
hard
know
to
what's
be honest
funny
about.
is
But it's
That
real.
shit deep, boy. Oh, that shit
It messed up your sex life as a adult.
That shit
Me
deep.
and old boy, we used to like have issues with that because sometimes I didn't want that. I didn't want that. And
That's
it'll be
deep.
like, have you fully healed from that? I don't think so. I don't know if you ever do. I went to counseling, did all the things. I don't know if you ever fully get over that trauma. Some people might say you do, and I hope that to be true, but
That shit
I don't
deep.
think I'm 100% over it. I'm probably a strong 85.
No, it doesn't shock me. Maya Angelou, she spoke about this in her book.
What book? That's my favorite author.
I think it was her, the autobiography. It was the autobiography.
I met her before.
But I had,
Yeah.
I've actually missed out on this and seeing her.
I can't fucking stand him. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
But
Why
Maya
I fall
Angelou,
for that?
she talked about that.
Talk about what?
She talked about exactly what you were saying, that even though it was traumatizing and things, but it felt good.
You know, her experience was that she stopped talking.
Yeah.
She intentionally muted herself because when she told somebody that person had done something to her, she believed that her family went after him and killed him. So what she said was, my words are powerful. Because I said this person did this, he's now dead. So she chose not to speak for quite some time.
Yeah.
But to me, that's the same as telling your child, if this happened, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say it.
I'm not letting that shit slide. Fuck that
You
shit.
should
But I
not.
can tell that she felt that
You should
feeling.
not.
In the book, she talked about how she felt that feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And at 9, you can't reconcile that.
no.
At 10, you can't really say. You don't know how to articulate. This is the feeling that I had, and I didn't like what this person did or what they said, but that feeling, I did like that. The end of it, the feeling of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds so sick to me, and but I just gotta be honest.
I totally get it.
Yeah, you gotta
I
be
totally
honest
get it.
about
I feel like when we all have sex, it's pleasure.
Yeah, that's
right?
what you're seeking at the end.
That's what you're seeking at the end.
Yeah.
So as a kid, having sex, it is somewhat of a pleasure, even if you're being in a traumatizing state.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It ends for some. It ends in a pleasurable moment sometimes.
Sometimes. Nah.
Even though it's detrimental to you and very harmful.
Right.
It's really bad that grown-ups will take advantage of kids.
Of
in
a
that way.
kid,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But it happens very, very, very often.
On a lighter note.
Thank you.
I was going to go see Maya. No, this is the thing, right?
I love her.
So, I didn't have sex until I was 21 in
I didn't have
college.
sex till I was 19. I didn't have sex where it was my decision. Like willingly and purposefully until I was 19. So that's good.
Yeah, I was 21, right?
How was you?
5.
15.
5 would have been molestation.
I
Don't you?
molestation.
Oh my God.
So, no, I was 21 or whatever. So anyway, it was this girl I was messing with at the time or whatever. My first time at 18 I got hit. And then 21 I had intercourse, right? So I was getting head at 18.
Intercourse.
What you wanted to say?
I was penetrating at 21. do
Sound
it.
like you're teaching the health class, nigga. What the?
So anyway,
We just got done talking about using appropriate terms for things.
Right.
Very good.
Shit.
Very
So-
good for you.
so this girl was giving me head or whatever. I was enjoying her. I liked her a lot.
Oh, you mean fellatio?
There you go. I was like, shit, what fellatio with goddamn me?
Fellatio.
Fuck. You want to
Perfect.
mix it in and shit.
Yeah. I won't be
No, you
niggerized.
can't.
But anyway.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I was having a good time. So anyway, she was like, man, I gotta go see Maya Angelou.
Wait a minute. While she was
Yeah, like I was like, hold on.
no. While she was performing, she said that.
Hold on. It was like before.
Oh,
I
you
was
trash, then, nigga.
So I was mad.
Oh, Maya Angelou, why she give you a
So
Give me
I
that fuck. What's
So I was mad, right? I'm low key mad. I'm like, hold on, man. Forget Maya Angelou. Come in this room and do this real quick.
You made me sound like a chill. Nigga, shut your ass up, nigga.
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck that shit. Come on in this room, girl. Get to it. Right? So she came in.
I fuck with
She was doing it for a little bit, mind you. Her head was horrible, but
That's a detail best left unknown.
Right.
I'm trying to get to the Maya Angelou.
Oh,
so
shit.
anyway, you know, she was doing it. Then she was like, I gotta go see Maya Angelou. You know, woo woo woo. Boy, I was so mad. I was like,
Is she
man.
a buy the new fans?
She really was. She really was. I was
That's
so
bogus. That shit
disturbed.
crazy.
She wasn't there.
But you know what's
Her
funny?
body was there, but she wasn't there. Listen. Women often do that. My body show up to the cause. My brain is way
So,
far
man.
gone.
No, you know what's funny?
Because y'all don't need our brain for sex. Y'all need our body.
We really don't.
I do. I don't know. I'm a different nigga.
Some do.
Some.
Fuck that. You do some shit like that, but like, hold on, bro. My penis going lip and every. No, what the
Like,
fuck?
where we at right
Yeah, like if you
Maya
ain't.
Angelou?
What the? Bitch?
Oh
What?
my god.
Oh! What? No!
That's like me just getting buzzed down.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know, I gotta go
Nah,
check
I'm
on Louis
done.
Farrakhan. Like, what? Bro, what are we doing right
Yeah, I'm
now?
not done with that. Like, no, I'm done. Like, what we doing? No. If you ain't here, I'm not here. It's fuck.
No,
No
but
fun. So fun.
is that every time it has to be that way for you?
No, but I'm just saying, like, if
That's just your general preference.
yeah, like
A
it's
lot-
fun
a
if
lot of
both of
guys
us
I've
enjoying
heard-
it. Shit.
But it's not necessarily whether it's enjoyable or not, because your body will physiologically react to certain things. Your brain just doesn't always have to be there. You could be thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying? You got a wife with kids. She could be thinking, I got to get them to school on time. I got to get this and that.
Nah,
she
we ain't
could
fucking
be.
then.
That's
If
weird.
she thinking that
Because
way,
some dudes
yeah,
ain't on that. They be like,
Yeah,
oh
I'm
yeah.
fucking doing
And
that.
while you writing your list, just
Nah,
lean
yeah,
over.
see, nah, I ain't that type of nigga. Nah. We lay in the bed. She gotta give me that.
Yeah.
And I rub or something. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, all right, yeah, we both want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Alright.
if I don't get no like little bump back, I turn over and go to sleep. Shit.
But see, this is the thing though.
Huh.
Like I dated somebody and I told him, listen, I don't want this relationship to start out physical. I want you to want me and not my body, right? Because he said, okay, that's fine. He never initiated any type of sexual contact with me after I asked him. I wasn't aware that I put my foot in my mouth.
What happened, bro?
Fucked up. Go ahead, keep going.
We got something for recording
We
still?
got something going.
Nigga here.
I said, what, why don't you ever, like, make a move? And he was like, because what you told me, like, resonated with me. He's like, nobody ever told me that before. And I don't want you to feel like that's the only thing I'm here for or I'm after. But the backside to that is, his sex was trash.
You
So
know,
I feel like dudes who have good sex, they'll be like, I hear what you're saying now. They do. But once I give you a shot of this, you might feel differently. But when I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely standing on that. That was before we ever even did anything.
See, I guess niggas, I tell them niggas all the time. I be like, bruh, sex just don't move me like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. And Eric, that's one thing. She hate it, but she
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
That she can't just come on there and just have a thong on some silhouette and I be like, well, fuck all our problem that we just went through. Let me hit. No. Go take that shit. I don't give a. You can walk
Y'all
around.
looking at her like a peasant.
You can walk around with that shit all you want. I don't
Oh.
like. Nah, we still got something that we need to talk about. Like, cause if this ain't gonna be. I don't want to have sex with somebody that I'm pissed off at. Like, that's not enjoyable. Like, it's not fun. So, no.
I'm a very shallow person.
I'm not with
I
this.
Sex.
have intentionally been upset and intentionally lured somebody into a situation. and gave them the best sex I thought I could ever give them, just for the purpose of afterwards being ugly. That was a terrible thing for me to do.
Wow.
It was a terrible thing for me to do.
That's
At 38, I have learned a lot more things about Deidre than I knew very early on. One of those things is I don't know as much as I think I know. Right? And I'm only learning that from being in different situations with different people, whether it's professional, whether it's private, whether it's friendships or whatever. Just having myself exposed to people who know more or who may be doing more has allowed me to see, well, man, you don't really know everything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, not even everything, because I know that you don't know as much as you thought you did.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know how much. And then, like for me, in any relationship that you get into, you play a part in whether it's going to be successful or not.
Right.
Know your role.
The old me would be like, if you did something to me, it's your fault that we fucked up. Period. It's your fault. But the new me is like, what bag did you carry from that grocery store trip?
Yeah.
What
I always
bag
say,
did
I be
you
like,
carry?
I mean,
I know what you done. but like,
Translation is just accountability, right?
Yeah.
I've learned how to be more accountable now.
I mean, personally, for me, I feel like sometimes energies just don't mesh.
Gotcha.
That's just me.
You said energies?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
just your energy with another individual or whatever. But I'm a very shallow person, so I put that out there. That like V say, hey man, I don't care about sex. This is the thing. Like we was having a conversation at work the other day. This guy was like, yeah, man, I just can't have sex. You know, I want to hear a woman's mind and this, that, and third, and this,
that shit drive me to the sex,
right?
bro. Conversation.
But you think you would be like that if you had been married for so long and you were still in
I
the
was
streets?
like that before that though.
You were?
Like, I wasn't out here fucking a lot of girls. I wasn't out
But
here like that.
It's not banging a lot of them, but it's like still needing that connection before banging. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause like
I
I was
needed that
like,
connection, yeah.
he
Like
was
I said, I
like,
saw my pops with
Yeah.
him with a chick.
Yeah.
So I always thought like when I
So you
get
had
a
a good
chick,
point of reference.
like this chick might be like, but nah, she ain't the one. Like I need to find that one. When I find that one that I like and I feel, I'ma rock with her until whatever happens. My bad. E.
I was like, for me, it was like, I'm be real with you, like, okay, like, dude, like, yeah, and all the other guys like, nigga, fuck that shit, and he was looking at me like, I like to have that intellectual, woo. I said, I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. The world has told me that I'm this intellectual person or whatever, right?
You always say this.
They always say that to me. I was like, but personally, bro, when it comes to these women, bro, I'm trying to smash something. I don't too much give a damn about that conversation. I'm trying to get to it. Let's get to it. I want a woman to like me sexually more than anything. You know what I'm saying? That's probably horrible. That's probably a bad thing to.
Tell me, like, bro.
That's a bad.
As from my point of view, it's terrible because sometimes the best sex is attached to the worst motherfucker. For you, their sex might be amazing,
right?
But their person is not aligned with you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's how you find yourself in baby mama, baby
Yup.
daddy situation.
Yup.
You find yourself this motherfucker.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
In real life.
That's
so you gotta be careful.
And that's I guess I learned.
who you
I
giving
seen
penis
like
to.
partners go through that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always was like, nah, I'm not hitting chicks without no condom. I'm not trying to get no random
This
chick
is what I
quick.
tell my nephew.
All the time, bro. I
nephew
thought
is
of that
9
shit.
years old. In this culture that we have grown up in, live in, or whatever, the emphasis is often put on the woman to keep herself pure, to keep herself sacred.
Right.
Parents do that.
Right.
Like it's a different standard for girls versus boys when it comes to sex,
I
sexual
see my
conversation.
sister and my mom.
I don't ascribe to that.
Nope.
For me, my
We don't
nephew
either
and
here.
my niece are the same
Right.
when it comes to sex. I tell my nephew all the time. A woman can get pregnant, but not absent of some part of a man. His sperm, even if she went to the sperm bank, she might not have had sex with a man, but she needs that male species for that. So your sperm, your body is just as important as your sister's.
Right.
I am not putting the pressure on her not to do this, don't do that, don't dress like this, don't do that, and then let this little boy go wild and free. No,
Nope.
because he the one who can make the baby.
Right.
Like, so I feel like we as a culture have like got that twisted because he can make the baby and get up and go. And so all this pressure I put on my niece
Right.
to not be this person, somebody else wasn't putting pressure on their son.
Right.
He done came in here, slipped her a Mickey, and now she still got a baby, despite the pressure I put on her.
Right.
So no, put the pressure on your son too.
I put it on both of them. I
Correct.
tell
I think you should.
I let Trey know, bro, man. Don't be out, bro. You say, because I thought I bought that nigga some rubbers. And Erica was like, you need to go tell him, like, just because you bought him them condoms,
That's not
like,
condoned.
that's not a,
Permission.
you go out here in the fuck,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
It's
yeah, it
not
makes a lot of
permission.
sense. So I was like, bro, these ain't, because I know you, I bought these because I know you fucking, and I know what can happen when you fucking without a condom. A baby can happen just like that.
Let me
And
ask you a question. Would you give Lily?
Yes, when she get out there, because the only reason I gave Trey those because I knew he was fucking. I
Right.
caught him sneaking out the house,
Right.
going to a chick house at 3 in the morning. What you doing?
Not to do homework.
Exactly. So I know you fucking. He told me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So when he tell me now, my mind thinking like, how long you fucking before you told me? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of that shit like, you could.
I mean, but at the end of the day, he told you.
Exactly. So I respect it. Like I understand it. So now, like me is trying to talk to him as a young adult, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hear these condoms, bro. I know you out here fucking. I ain't telling you to go out here and fuck, but I know you out here, and I know you might be in some situations
Well, you know,
where,
offense is the best defense.
bro, keep you these, and when you run out, don't be embarrassed to come ask me for more.
Right.
Because I will gladly go to the store and I will drop
As opposed
everything.
to buying diapers. and
Yeah,
milk.
bro.
I mean,
Like,
personally, for me,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to subscribe to telling. And I know you guys probably don't blast me for it, but it's hard for me to tell a young woman, like if I had a daughter, right, and I had a son, it's hard for me to tell my daughter the same thing I would tell my son. And the reason why I was
certain shit, bro.
Yeah.
I
Certain
was about to
shit.
say that's very general. You have to specify
Certain
what are you
shit,
talking
yeah,
about.
like certain
yeah,
shit.
sex. That's for sex.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's
for
that.
sex.
Okay, so tell me what that means then. Go ahead. What does it mean you won't tell them the same thing?
Like I wouldn't tell them the same thing for the very fact of how women have sex and how men have sex is very different.
What do you mean?
Meaning that a man has to seek a woman in order to have sex with her, right? A woman has to be. A woman can just be walking down the street and a man can come to her and talk to her, and it can go however it go, right?
You don't think women seek men to have sex?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
So there go one right there.
From a woman,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do.
Yeah. Okay.
When
It's
we
just a
see
different.
you,
It's a
when we
different
see
type of.
you,
It's
we
a
know.
different type. It's
I mean, it's funny because like
Y'all
I'm
is flagrant.
I know.
the only thing.
that's what it is,
I was
bro.
gonna say, the thing of it
It
is,
is.
right? Like for instance, I had never had sex until I was 21, right?
But why do you? We talking about.
Yeah.
But why do you say? Why you say that?
Because a woman didn't seek my motherfucking
No,
ass.
but look, and then what else you say? You wet with women.
Bad, I'm horrible with women.
So that can play a part in it. I tell you all. You can be getting signals from women all your life and might not know it because you what?
Right.
Bad with women.
But I feel say this: women can be bad with men and still have
No
sex.
doubt. I'm saying that,
You
but
know what I mean?
I'm just saying
Like,
we
a woman
talking
can
about.
be-
But that's because you guys are very sexual in nature. Period. Women are too.
Right.
But we are more coveted. With
discreet with it.
Yes.
Solid
Y'all
is.
are open, walking around with the thing hanging out, trying to see if you can poke it in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We might be thinking that,
Thinking that,
but
bro.
we're not going to say it or even necessarily act on it because really, women, just like men, we don't like rejection.
And do you think that's why men keep pushing it? Because some men know, like, yeah, you saying no, sweetheart, but I know what you really. And if I say the right shit,
Yeah, that's the code.
you know, if I say the right, because I know really that you like, you want it just as bad as me. I'm just working.
But see, y'all got to pay attention.
You
to
gotta the signs, because sometimes it's not like that.
Right. Because if I'm not answering you and I'm not really, and you just pressing me, I ain't there.
No doubt.
But
So
if
I
I'm
mean,
like, if
I can
pick
tell
up-
that shit. Yeah,
Out of 3 times, I pick up 2 and let you go to voicemail on the
Well,
third.
yeah.
I want the chase.
you want the chase.
I
No
want that. If I
doubt. You
just
no
watch
doubt.
you and you don't
You
say
can.
nothing.
And your ass bad women. Look.
I don't know
look,
shit
and
about
look,
what you talking
after that
about.
first time.
Hey,
Look, after that
if I
first
tell you
time,
that
she
one
the first
time,
time. That's it.
fuck it.
I'm done. I'm not
done.
chasing you. I'm
Outta
done.
here. Like,
So that's what, and that's
don't
Not
like
what
me.
always
and
goes.
that's what I.
But
He don't see the signs.
to y'all point, what y'all told me about dating short men. For the record, I'm 6'4". I ain't dating nobody 5'2".
Yeah, you
Let's
is.
just know I'm not.
I'm gonna find somebody.
And you are going to lose them too.
Okay, we'll see.
Now, I think that there has to be that 5'2" person could be fly as fuck.
Right.
Fly. Got wood out this world.
Right.
He can have cash. He can have everything. It has to be I can't even see him initially
Right.
to assess all of those things because I'm stuck on the fact that he's 5'2". And then women my size and height get fetishized. So in my brain I'm thinking, am I a fetish for this do?
Right,
Are
right.
am I something for you to accomplish?
Right.
Because that's how a lot of dudes
Doing
they
too much
look
thinking,
at
bro.
me. They look at me.
Love overpowers all.
You
Fuck
gotta get-
what you talking
gotta get to
about.
love.
Hey.
You gotta get to love. I'm not
Look,
to
but I'm saying,
5'2" to get
you
to love.
can look for that 5'2" nigga.
I'm
You
not
be like,
looking.
man, this. I'm saying he can be around, and you can be like, that nigga do got some careers. He might be 5'2", but the nigga make me smile, make me. The nigga come over and I might get a nigga my number. I might. Man, fuck out of here, bro.
Instance,
Man.
I grew up with my mom and my sister in the house, right? Like I've said
The
before.
answer is nobody.
Like I said before, like I've seen my mom literally be on some shit like this, like
Man, fuck out of here. I know, bro. I know.
I seen my mom be on some shit like this. Look, I don't really like this nigga. I don't think he attractive. I don't think shit of this nigga. But hey, y'all want some rice food? Y'all want some Chinese food today?
See, but I'm not of the mindset that I choose to use anybody. Because that's what that is.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if your choice is to use, your choice has to be used.
Yeah.
You understand? Because he gonna want something.
Right. So like
He gonna want something.
facts.
so like what
He
you
gonna want your time. He gonna want your ass. He gonna want something.
right, and I
His
feel
money back.
some like right. I'd be quite fair with you, right? If I'm with a woman and you not giving me no sex, but I see my mama literally nigga come through, nigga ain't get a hug. Nigga just got some top quality goddamn time. And she was like, yeah, I'm about to go to sleep.
But look how that damaged you.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling him. Oh, I be like,
Now you
bro.
on some like if she
Yes.
because my mama was
Yes.
like this. I can't get played.
I mean,
Yes.
But you can't bring that in your
But I just say
Exactly.
reality
because
though.
everybody's not like that.
You
There
right.
you go,
Totally
bro.
right.
Because like consider this, me and you, you're too short and I'm too tall. I know I'm too tall for you, you're too short for me. But listen,
You are
just
extremely
in a
beautiful,
perfect,
though.
thank you, in a perfect situation, right? Say we were sitting somewhere kicking it. I have a thing about being touched without permission,
Right.
but that's literally because of trauma. Don't put your hands on me.
Right, right.
Don't lustfully touch me.
Right.
Not him, he's an idiot.
Right.
But don't lustfully touch me.
funny.
Yeah, he is crazy. But don't do it without my permission.
Right, right.
So if we were sitting on my couch, just
Right.
hypothetically, we're sitting on the couch, and the vibe you get from me is this bitch don't want nothing with me. That could be completely wrong because I have these boundaries set up. I'm not going to touch you,
Right.
and you are not allowed to touch me until we.
Right.
I could like you very much,
Right. Oh
but
my
I
God.
don't feel comfortable with that. Don't put your hands on me.
Right.
Don't do any of those things. Don't do that. And you could read the cue like she just not into me. That could be the furthest thing from my mind.
Right,
I'm
right.
not thinking about that.
But you know what's extremely interesting about that? What you said, like with touching.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't like to hug women,
Yeah.
any woman,
Yeah.
period, because that was kind of taught to me as a kid. You know, my mom would say, "Look, when you into a woman, the first thing you never do is go up and touch her. That could be
do that
very,
shit
that
But
could
I'm
be-
saying even in an intimate setting, I said at my house
Oh,
on my
yeah.
couch. But you might as a man assume I can slide a little closer.
no.
I can rub her.
And
I
I
put
feel
my
say-
arm around
and I
her.
feel
And
say-
I'd be like,
Me, you gotta initiate that shit with me, or we be sitting there looking dumb,
Exactly.
bitch watching a movie. Thinking, why this nigga ain't touch
I
me?
think, I
Exactly.
think the
Shit.
same is true for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I
that.
had to be.
Yeah.
You have to seek me out, but
Yeah.
it's not because I don't want to.
There you go.
It's just
There
because
you go.
of the things that are built up in me.
Right.
And it's not. And I told somebody before, like, listen, I don't want you to take this personal. I am never, hardly ever going to seek out sex with you. Hardly ever.
Right.
Hardly ever. But it's not because I don't want the sex.
Right.
That's just not what I don't do that.
Right.
I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't do it.
Right.
The most I would get if we land down, like you said, and you scoot back, you know what I'm saying? I know like like
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
get closer.
Right.
You know what this is, so either you're gonna pick up what I'm putting down or not.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. That's,
Yeah.
I need the sign.
I just say, cause like for instance,
Cause I feel just
But
like,
that come from talking though. So if we had this discussion and I said we getting to know each other and we gonna date, like hey, you know what I'm saying? These are some quirks about me,
right.
right? I don't want you to feel any kind of way dealing
Right.
with me because I actually like you. But these are the things that you might perceive as a hindrance.
Right.
Right, these are something that it might be offensive to you that I don't want you touching me. I tell people, don't touch me with lust. Don't grab my ass
Right.
and crotch me or scream. I hate that. Don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that.
Right.
And the reason I don't like it is because it tells me that you're lusting after me. I want you to touch me with love sometimes.
Right.
Whether that's just a hug, a kiss on my cheek, or you know what I'm saying. You don't always gotta grab me in the, you know.
Cause it's funny to me, cause like for instance, I say I'm horrible with women. I used to be in rooms with women by my damn self at 11 o'clock p.m., 12, 1 o'clock, woo woo woo. But I wasn't smashing. You know what I mean? Maybe they were giving me.
What
cool.
does it mean to say you're horrible to what do you mean?
I want to smash it though.
Does that mean horrible? But what does that mean though? What does it mean? Wait, not smashing means you're horrible with women?
Yeah.
No. There's got to be more to
Look,
that.
you know what he say? He say, bro, I'm everything a black man supposed to be. I'm intelligent, I work, I take care of my shit.
Yeah.
Why are these women not seeking out me? Why are they going for these fuck niggas? I don't understand it.
That's a listen, this is the realest shit.
Go ahead.
It's a reflection of self-value.
You true.
It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
That have to do with what she feels she can obtain.
Yeah, bro.
Because if you deal with the say the woman is maybe not as educated, or she got a couple of kids, or she's not in the best position in her life, to see somebody like you might intimidate her. And she might feel, without even saying,
you look at, you don't think that shit, but like,
because if I can't meet you where you at, you have to back up something.
There you go.
Now, and then I'm gonna feel less than because
There
you
you
have to
go.
back up for me.
You know what's funny?
There you
My
go.
mom always say that to me. She'd be like, people are intimidated.
You love the fuck out your mama, bro.
I do.
That is a major point of reference for you.
I do. I love
That
my mom.
is a major.
My mom
point
is
of
great
reference.
to me.
Yes, that's very good.
And it's funny, like we have these conversations, and I be like, "Ma, you don't understand." But my mom would tell me that me and my mom talk literally every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Before I go to work, I be want to go to sleep.
And you say you have a fiance.
I do.
Is that impactful on y'all's relationship?
Maybe.
Easy honest.
Wait. Okay. We don't want to get too personal.
Maybe.
I was just curious about that because I think I would take some issue
With that.
at some point.
Yeah.
Because the plan is to be married,
Right.
right?
True.
And I don't want to be the person who, when we go pick your mama up, I got to decide if I'm going to stay in the front or get in the back. I don't want to be that person.
No, you know what's funny about
I don't
that?
wanna be that
It ain't that serious.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not that serious.
Simple too. It's just big at the same time.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
And he looking at me like,
what we gonna do?
No. What's funny about that is that 9 out of 10 times my mom come pick us up. You know what I mean? And I get in the back.
But see, that's oh my god, that makes that a lot easier.
Yeah.
But in the instance where you were to pick your mama, did
Yeah.
your girlfriend get in the back or your
Who
fiance?
get in the back? Oh, I ain't know. That's a
I
good
ain't
question.
never had that happen.
Okay, hypothetically though, what would be your expectation, regardless of whether it's not?
I don't got no expectations. Nobody. They do what they want to do.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not an alpha male. Hey, dude.
That's not alpha. That's not alpha.
Get to it.
So they just gonna be arrogant and you just sitting in the driver's seat like, hey yo, we gotta get the water. We gotta get the water, man.
Get the shit going.
You
Come
gonna
on.
put it right here?
Hey.
You probably will practice a boy.
Y'all figure it out.
Both of y'all get in the
I
back.
know on the serious tip though, that happens on other instances with me. Where, for instance, it's kind of like they both can have a complaint about something when it comes to one another, right? And like it's hard for me as a man because it's so small and so insignificant in my eyes that I'll be like, bro, y'all can't figure this shit out. And
But see, I think that probably speaks to what I just said.
Yeah.
That's not about the thing.
Yeah.
It's about the position.
exactly.
It's not the thing.
And
And every little thing
Yeah.
is gonna keep being a big issue.
You know what?
Until the position is
You
defined.
know what was hard for me, bro? Taking Erica side over my mama's. Cause
Yeah.
I had to finally understand, like, I'm starting my own family. Like, I'm starting my own traditions.
You
I'm
know what's
starting my
funny?
own shit. Like, shit that she tell me, I just can't rock with it because you say I gotta go talk with my wife because we share this house. I'm not sleeping with you.
You know what?
None
You
of
want
your like.
And but see, it's sad that you have to feel like you're in a position to take a side, as
yeah.
opposed to just
Man.
create a boundary.
Yeah.
It's not a side. Just create a boundary.
Yeah.
You're my mama. You gonna always be my mama. However, this is my wife.
This is my
And
wife.
as you said, this is our family. We're creating this thing.
Creating something.
And you can continue to pour into me, but keep in mind, we are pouring into this household.
Exactly.
Right.
And I give you an example with like I said, I talk to my mom every day. We can get into it, you know what I'm saying? And me and my mom get into it bad. And
Shout out to Mama Curse.
Yeah, for real.
Hope to meet her.
And I'm just being
Mama
honest
Curse.
about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get into it really bad about these things.
Yeah.
and it's like I'm taking my girl's side, or I'm taking, you know what I'm saying? I'm hey, woo woo woo. And this, that, third, it goes really bad, and sometimes it hurts me.
Of course, because you're in the middle.
Yeah, it hurts me. It hurts me.
Keep hurting you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like it really hurts me, and it be
pick a side, nigga.
You're not trying to be what? Sensitive? What you gonna say or what?
No, I try not to. How do I put it? I want to be right. You know?
Or do you want to be in love?
Interesting.
You ain't answered.
I didn't answer it because, like, literally, I want to be right. I want to be. Like, if you say, do you want to be in love? Hell, I want to be in love. I want to be right about that.
Well, that's going to require you to do some searching, because there will be times where you have to practice concession. You're going to have to concede.
Yeah.
You cannot win every single thing and expect the person to continue being in love, because now it's about domination.
Right.
You say, I'm not an alpha male, but I want to be right all the time. That's the epitome of alpha. Like, I need you to reconcile that.
Telling his ass. He don't hear it. He be like, no, I'm not. I be like, bro, yeah, you is, bro. No, I'm not, bro. I be like, you hear how you talking right now?
No, it's funny though, cause like I don't consider myself an alpha male.
Your consideration is not the same as what your actions are.
Yeah,
be
exactly.
mindful of that.
Yeah.
What do your actions say?
There you
I
go.
would say I'm not an alpha female. I'll be lying. My actions say alpha. They do. But
Own that shit,
I don't
bro.
want to be.
Right.
I would like to have some points of submission, or you know what I think.
You know why I think I say that? Because when I'm around other males, I submit. I mean, well, I give in. I'm not gonna fight with you niggas about this bullshit, because
maybe that's why you want to be right with your girl then.
no, I mean,
exactly what it is. That's that Derek shit. He go home with his wife and shit. He got no power at the house, so he come to work and just take it out on all the employees. Like, yeah, I can't do shit at the crib, but you know
I mean,
what?
because like even like for instance with my girl, right?
But then that's so much more important for you to concede to her than a nigga on the street.
Right.
She literally is attached to your life.
Right.
You know, y'all share intimacy, y'all share kids, y'all share meals, y'all share a household, y'all share a family. So why not be willing?
Don't share that shit
to
with them niggas on the
with
street.
her? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why be so willing to? I ain't fighting with y'all, but I guess the perspective could be, because I don't really care what they think anyway.
For real.
I guess that could.
I mean, because like literally before I you know, typically I have hair on my face. I don't look like how I look now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when I'm at work and when I'm around other people, niggas be like, why the fuck this nigga look like this? And I be like, fuck all you niggas. You niggas are all trash. Do you take care of your kids? I don't say that, but I think that in my head.
Right. Nah, I'm one of them niggas too.
You know what I mean? Like, I personally,
I hear you, bro.
I don't have a high regard for men. Period. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas are trash. And
Fuck you,
garbage.
nigga.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So
I be so interesting.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about this often. That is so interesting to me.
What?
That you feel like that about me. And I think that's because of an absentee father.
True.
And the reason you put so much weight on your mom, her opinion, is because she was there.
Yeah.
She was there. She showed up. She showed you how to do X, Y, and Z.
I mean, that's real talk. Cause like I don't.
But then you want to be
that alpha.
No. But he wants to he's concerned with the well-being of his dad. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's like, to me, that's a juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I mean,
I'm out.
Yeah.
For me, I'm out.
I mean, like,
I don't care how you doing. That's your business.
But I would say, for instance, like with my father, right?
You are a contradiction. I concede to that.
Thank you, man. Got it on camera. A contradiction.
Maybe not for the reason you described up front, but for my own reason that I've discovered throughout this conversation.
I am a contradiction, man.
Yes, I would agree.
I'm a real contradiction. But no, like with my father's family is a different sort of value to me. Men, women, if you're family, you family. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that because their family fucked them over. Like I was telling you off camera, I was saying that